Now, if you've been watching Startup Central, you would know by now we stand apart because we don't really do fundraise based interviews and news. This one we're going to because it's a big one. Pepper Content, which you can think of it as an Uber or a marketplace for content matching clients with freelance content creators, has come out with a Seed A funding round of $14 million. No winter for content writing and matching them. That's exactly what I'm going to be discussing with the two co-founders of Pepper Content. I've got Anirudh as well as Rishabh with me here. It's also a round to watch out for because, yes, they've got marquee institutional investors on board, but they've also got many of us who look up to in the startup ecosystem. So we're talking about that and more with Anirudh and Rishabh. Anirudh, I'll begin with you. Congratulations. It's a Seed A round. But I think it's more important of who's joining your cap table and who's double downing.
Totally. Thank you so much, Nayantara, for having us. We're very excited to have Bessemer Venture Partners joining us in this Series A of 14.3 million. They're leading the round. And we have Tanglin Venture Partners and a stellar set of operator angels as well, including Gokul Rajaram, Ritesh Agarwal from Oyo, Kunal Shah from Cred, and multiple marquee operators across the India-US corridor joining us in this round. We have our existing investors, Lightspeed Venture Partners and Titan Capital doubling down on this round as well.
And Rishabh, I understand you guys are now dreaming of going global.
Yeah, I think this round was constructed in a way, and if you look at the investors that we chose, right, it was with the intent to establish strong footing in the US within the next 1 year. And that's why the operators that we have chosen have previous experience of building international companies, and global corporations. And I think that is the learning we are hoping to get from them while building this out as well.
Okay. Now, Anirudh, I remember you telling me once about when you were at Bits Pilani and you guys were in the dorm and you came up with this idea. Now you've done this Series A funding. Like I said right up, it's like an Uber, a marketplace where you connect companies, clients with freelance content creators. What have been the big lessons that you've learned going forward? Because, have you built upon your tech product? Has it really improved? Have you got better content creators? Have you got a better list of clients now?
Yeah, no, I think, Nandra, from last time we spoke to now, I think a lot of updates from our end. Last 1 year has been amazing for us. Just in last 14 months, we've been able to 16x our revenue and now are going to soon touch $10 million ARR. So almost grown blitzscaling there. We onboarded over 1,000 customers. 700 of them are brands I and you know of. 70 out of 85 unicorn startups in the country work with Pepper today, and over 100 enterprises alone. So large customers like Adani Enterprises, HUL, PNG, HDFC Bank today work with Pepper to get great quality content created. And we've also seen an amazing increase in our freelancer creator pool. Today, over 100,000 freelancers across the globe have applied to be part of Pepper. These are content writers, graphic designers, language translators, so creative professionals from one end. And we're seeing over 300,000 users today use our marketplace platform and our software product Pepper Type across 145 countries already. So without us putting in a lot of efforts, we've been able to demonstrate that through product and technology, our product's already global. And now with sharper focus, we're looking to double down on our investments in the US market, which we feel is a massive opportunity in front of us. And, also cements Indian startups' ability to build global businesses from India.
But Rishabh, the Indian market is so large, and you're not that old, the startup is not that old. Why go overseas now? I get the whole moat of build for India, build for the world. But why now and why US?
Then, Nandana, I think it's also about the maturity of the market. although the Indian market is large, but the penetration is difficult because product adoption is still a challenge. The stage of India is still nascent compared to a US, right? We have seen high, tectonic shifts in the last 2 years because of COVID, but I think because of the level at which our product is, the penetration in the US market will be far more easier. And Nandana, also it's about building and getting the feedback from international markets to build global products to India as well. I think it's also a reverse thing that we're looking at, right? I think the product cycles and how the feedback we get from US markets or other global markets will help us improve our product lines within India as well, and really help our customers level up their game here itself. So I think that is one of the main reasons we are also looking at that.
Okay. Now, Anirudh, give us a little update of how things have progressed in the last 1 year. But tell me something, and the customers you named, whether it's an Adani or an HDFC, the various startups that you've named as well, I would imagine that they don't only use Pepper content, right? They must be going elsewhere, becomes refreshing, get a different idea, different perspective, all of that. For your freelance content creators, is this their main gig? Is it a side hustle? What I'm trying to understand is that if a freelance content creator was to come up, sign up with Pepper Content, how much can they make in a month? Can it be their main gig?
Surely. I'll take up both sides, right? Which is the customer side and the freelancer side. On the customer side, we're very clear over time, we want to become a one-stop shop or full stack content platform for any and every kind of business. What Salesforce has been able to do to the sales ecosystem, we want to be able to do that for the content ecosystem. So initially, Pepper was only able to help companies with content writing as a key category. With this fundraise, we're excited to double down on graphic design, language translations, and eventually video creation as well. So over time, we are able to build productized services that can scale through our technology platform, and at the same time become a one-stop shop that companies can use to get any and every content created. And it's not just productized services. Over time, we're also building software stacks that enable companies not only to outsource content production to us, but also manage, collaborate, and distribute content from Pepper at one platform itself. Coming to the freelancer side, today an average creative professional in India earns about 25,000 rupees, and an average creator at Pepper on a minimum basis earns 17,000-18,000 per month. So that's already 60-70% of their monthly income that's coming from Pepper. But at the same time, we've also seen a lot of creators who've earned over 4 to 5 lakhs a month from us. And we're seeing that as we're going and getting global opportunities and enterprise opportunities to these creators, they are increasingly reliant on Pepper also for their main source of livelihood. And our goal is, till date, Pepper has been able to enable over 35 crores of earnings for thousands of freelancers in India. And now we plan to replicate that with over $1 billion of creator earning potentials across any creator sitting anywhere in the world. And that's what we aspire to do.
But Anirudh, ballpark, average, median, what would be the take home for a freelance content creator on your platform?
Today, about 17,000-18,000 per month.
Okay. And Rishabh, just hearing it from Anirudh about how it's going to go beyond and become almost like a full stack, right, for content creation. What will all this entail? You'll have graphics, you'll have videos, music, what all?
Right. So
animation.
Right. I think, Nandana, apart from the content services, right, and these are categories, we define them as categories where graphic design, language translations, voiceover, video, all of these are categories, and they'll be added very, very soon. We are already into graphic design and language services, and we are looking to scale up in others as well. I think when Anirudh says a full stack content marketing stack, I think it's not about just the services, but also the tools and the software that makes those services more efficient per se, right? Imagine an integration with your website where you are able to publish content in a click of a button, right? Imagine a tool which reads through your articles and tells you where is it going wrong, right? So we are thinking of a more software-enabled marketplace instead of just a transactional marketplace, right? If I have to give you an example, think of, if you have heard of Fiverr, maybe Grammarly integrated into Fiverr for content, right? I think that is where we want to go towards, where we build in these small tools and combine them into a stack that really powers content from strategy to distribution to analytics, and creation obviously is enabled by the marketplace side of things.
Okay, and by when, Anirudh, you can have this full stack, you think?
I think we're already 60-70% out there on the platform development side. And the most interesting part, Nayantara, about our team is we're now a 150 member org, and out of that 60 people are in product engineering. So we have built the company with a very product first mindset, and the 60-70% of the stack's already ready. Now it just needs integrations and us to double down on our R&D side and be able to build the remaining part. And the best part is we already have a massive customer base to which we can expose more features and more platform integrations that enable them to grow with us.
Anirudh, before we wind up the interview, why don't you explain to our viewers a little bit about how you are decentralizing content creation, how you are like an Uber for this space? How does it happen? How do you match the freelance content creator with the organization that is looking? How you also, I know I've read about it and I've seen it, how you also have, tools and tech for, checking grammar and all kind of other things.
Surely. So, what we've been able to do is, see, content marketing is a $400 billion space. And I think a lot of things have been operating in silos earlier. What Pepper has been able to do is build a high quality managed marketplace where on one side, we've made it easy for a customer to be able to order content online, almost in an e-commerce like experience. Today, you can order a blog post, a social media post, an ebook, a white paper, translations in less than 5 to 7 minutes. Once you place an order on Pepper, it gets matched with the most suitable freelancer based on a degree of attributes like their previous work experience, industry experience, subject matter expertise, and response time. Then these creators have access to these opportunities that they can choose to accept, reject. And once a creator accepts an opportunity, we have built a lot of tools for these freelancers to create great quality content. Earlier, if a creator was taking, say, 6 hours to write a blog earlier, through a lot of system of tools that we have built and integrated into a product we built called Pepper Docs, that enables the creator to be able to get this done in 45 minutes. So basically 7x, 8x their productivity and efficiency. And at the same time, we also have quality review layers before it goes back to the customer. So this journey we've productized to an extent, Nayantara, that we're generating about 75-80,000 content pieces a month. That's more content than all media houses combined in the country at this stage. So that's what product and technology has enabled us to do, which is go 10x, 100x from there without us making it a very ops heavy process.
So it's always sunny in Pepper Content is what the two founders are saying. Thank you so much for joining us live today here on Startup Central.
Thank you, Nanda. Thank you for having me.